Holy shit. I thought Wyatt was bleeding money into some private ventures. It's like all these key rent assholes just have money to burn. I mean, at least Wyatt has the common courtesy to filter it through a shell company. Slayton just buys a fleet of trucks. Big ones, too. It looks like he's taking in a ton of shipments from Amara. I tailed one of them. The shipments, I mean. And the truck went back to a facility kind of near the middle of town. I was probably about 6 blocks away from that industrial complex the guild started. I don't know what the hell he ordered, but it took 6 people and a cage to get it inside. So, it's probably like a kitten or something. I don't know. I was able to get a contact on the inside. I'm actually about to head out to meet them and see if I can't get some answers out of this guy. I'm feeling pretty good about this, actually. I might just be able to crack this thing open.
Basically where we were last time is that, so big events of last time is that you guys got threatened by an assassin. Mm-hmm. And Tessa got arrested. Confined to her quarters. And then went AWOL.
I mean, I'll have you know I prepared both of the healing spells this time.
Oh, I need to prepare spells. Also, thank you. Jeez.
You didn't bring any terrain this time?
That's over there.
Oh.
Let's see. You guys spent most of the day trying to gather information, and it's about, I think it's like midnight, 1 a.m.-ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
We have 0 information. Besides that, we're gonna die.
Yeah. Well, Emily got a bunch of information on Wyatt.
We did get some information,
yeah.
And we know your dude is missing.
That's right, I remember doing that now.
Oh, there's some skulls.
Whose
dude is missing?
Roderick's Rod.
Oh, Broderick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He wasn't at his house.
He's not missing, he just was not home.
At 1 a.m.
I mean, he could be somewhere else, I don't know.
I feel like you should be more concerned about that.
Look, people have personal
people
lives.
Are never just missing in TV shows.
Well, once our characters break the fourth wall and realize that they're in their TV shows.
We already did. Do you remember the sitcom where you and Richard were our dads?
There is that.
We did actually already do that.
That is a thing. We did that, yeah.
I thought you were never going to speak of it again.
Yeah. So
oh, no, we speak of it.
It was an actual shit show.
So it's 1 in the morning. It's cold. It's kind of like sleet, snowy. It's that wet, awful snow that doesn't really stick, but it's just like god awful to be in.
So Knoxville.
Yeah. It's cold and it's windy outside, so there's like a solid wind chill going on. If I remember correctly, Tessa went to her new apartment, which which you definitely signed a lease for, so that may not be, just as above board, that may not be the safest place for a long-term solution. But right now, you've only had it for a day, so they definitely know they don't know you're there.
I had thought of that.
Yeah, okay. Seer is sleeping at the bar? Yeah. Seer went back to the bar, I think, to sleep, like, in Orran's extra room. Corra is at Odo's apartment.
Yeah, I woke them up and told them about everything.
I guess Sahiri is somewhere. She's at home, asleep. Doesn't realize everyone's life is in danger at all.
with her spanky new fire extinguisher
We're just
clutch,
sleeping next to
clutched
fire
to her
extinguisher.
breast.
And so the person who I completely skipped last time is Seshmir. It's the middle of the night. Or you can be a little bit earlier, too, if you need to be a little bit earlier.
No, that's fine.
I went through a bunch of stuff and never asked you what to do. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to grab the panel van and head down to the storage unit.
Okay. You do.
Okay.
Nothing stops you.
Yeah.
Random encounter. You run into a band of vagrants on the middle of the road. No, just keep it. Yeah. Encounter table now, finally. You get mugged. Okay. You're at the storage unit.
Okay.
Like you pull up and you notice that the guy in the front office is straight up just asleep.
Okay.
Like, and you just go in because you have like it's not like an automatic. You okay?
Ice.
Go in.
Jeez.
Iceberg.
All right.
Oh.
The roads are really icy.
FYI.
There's actual cooking going
Yeah.
on.
FYI, all of the people in the back, like, listening, there's cooking happening. So, lots and lots of cooking.
These are good.
Yep.
The,
ginger ones. Yep.
oh, what the hell is this thing? Oh,
I did
it's not like a fancy automatic gate. It's just like you have a lock to the padlock that is on the gate, and you open it up, you drive in.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, they are good.
I drive around to our storage unit, back the van up to the door, open up the door, start loading up the heart.
okay. You do that.
Did you tell any of us you were doing this?
No,
Oh, hell
you
no.
didn't.
Who did? What? Nothing. Just your goddess's heart is being taken somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So I drive out to the address that we were given.
Okay. When you pull into the neighborhood, it's so when you guys didn't really notice it earlier because you were so nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine you're still very nervous. I don't want to say what your character is doing, but I imagine they're probably not the calmest right this second.
No, but my character looks completely composed.
Yeah. And especially because you guys were all talking, you were paying attention to the one house. But as you're driving through the neighborhood in the middle of the night, all of the lights are off. But this little section of houses has a stillness to it that just seems creepy. Like a city in the middle of the night is already like creepy. Like a city with nobody in it is just unnerving. But this has an extra level of making your skin crawl when you're there. But you pull up to their house. Their house is like the lights are definitely off too. Like
Okay, I'm gonna be leave the van parked a block or two away,
Okay.
and I'm gonna leave Jenkins with the van.
Okay. Okay. So, and then you're gonna go to their house.
I'm gonna
I
stroll
imagine.
up to I'm gonna stroll up to the door and ring the bell.
Okay. You hear a ding, and then a light upstairs comes on, and then like lights kind of through the house come on, and open you see the door kind of crack open, and then like kind of a flash of like that light, the light blue eyes of the assassin, and they're like
Squeakers.
so nope, that's not their name. The okay. The got it.
Yeah, we'll let
Yeah,
you.
just do.
Carry on. Done now? Okay.
The so they kind of open the door. They're kind of saying they're in kind of like so they're sort of in pajamas. They're like light gray or whatever, and they're wearing like a silk smoking jacket. Like they look kind of like a weird housewife Hugh Hefner combination. Their curls are all kind of messed up, and they're like, what's your last name again?
Narash.
Narash, right. For some reason, I was thinking it was something scale, and I know that's not. I keep thinking that. I'm like that's not right, but
That's
yeah.
some kind of racist, probably.
Well, he's Stone Brew, and that one's something Dark Feather or some such. So
Look, we're not all Bird Mountain.
we're all Bird Mountain.
Bird Mountain. Is there a Bird Mountain?
Yeah.
That's Danielle's SCA name.
Oh.
Yeah. Her name actually translates to effectively Bird of Bird Mountain.
That's hilarious.
Bird of Bird Mountain.
Welsh man.
They open the door and they're like, Mr. Narash, you're early.
Yes, I am. We need to have a chat. Be polite and invite me in.
Yeah, they kind of look
Are
out.
you a vampire?
I find it odd that you're by yourself, but they open the door and they kind of invite you in, and they're like, "Yeah, come on in. It's awful outside. Would you like?" As you walk in, they close the door and they lock it back and everything. Would you like some tea or something like that?
Dark beer if you have it.
Not currently. I don't typically keep a whole lot on hand, but I could do tea or coffee, basically.
Coffee
I've
it
got
is, then.
also sun tea.
Coffee it is.
Okay. So they kind of disappear into the kitchen. So like the layout is like you're in the long hallway. They bring you into like basically kind of like a sitting room. And they kind of go like this, and the fire lights in the fireplace because they're magic.
Mm-hmm.
This is a world full of magic, so no one needs to light an actual fire. So it's like kind of like a sitting room with like a big heavy rug. There's like mounted heads of animals on the wall. One definitely looks like a rhino. One looks like a weird bug creature, like somebody couldn't carve things well. And then there's like a desk and like a chair right in the middle, and they kind of pull up a chair next to the big they pull the chair from behind the desk up next to the big sitting chair because they don't entertain much. And then they disappear into the kitchen, and you can hear them call from the kitchen. So what were you needing to discuss? You can hear them like turning on the oven and stuff.
No, I'll wait till you're done. We can
Okay.
discuss this like polite individuals.
All right, cool. Well, I was gonna have this cool interaction, but that's fine. So they come back in a few minutes with. They come back with a pot of coffee and like 2 mugs, and they kind of like they pull your chair around so like the little end table that sits next to their chairs between you two, and they put it down. They pour 2 cups of coffee, and they sit down. They kind of gesture for you to sit down too.
Thank you.
Do you sit down?
I do.
Okay, cool. I didn't know you didn't say you said thank you.
No.
That's it. Yeah.
No, I sit down. I take
Okay.
my cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, I never caught your name.
Yeah, I definitely told you my name when we first met, but
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, actually, I did. Actually, they did.
No, you
yeah,
really
yeah,
didn't.
They definitely did. Like,
Well, yeah,
you can-
someone else told her.
I mean, I guess at this point, you can call me my name, at least amongst my people, or I guess translated from my people's, is my forehead no longer squeaks with holy kisses worthy of your fiery lips.
Please just start laughing in their living room.
Do you just do like a word salad generator when you?
I take it. It's from song. It's song lyrics.
And so,
Okay.
we're definitely calling them squeakers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I've been
actually,
doing.
I was,
That's at least like the internal.
Every
internal
one of the
name.
elves' names is like some esoteric reference to something else.
so, you and I need to have a little discussion, Mr. Hot Lips.
For one, they identify as they. 2, thank you, I guess. And they like sip their coffee like, yes.
So you have threatened my people, and you want something in return for not harming my people.
Wasn't really a.
We took the
I would-
to you.
Well, I guess it's a threat. Yeah, it's basically a
No,
threat.
it's
Yes, yeah.
clearly a threat.
Yeah, they're like sipping coffee. I was gonna try and gussy it up a bit, but
More
I mean,
like a
I was
promise.
paid. If it makes you feel any better, I was paid to threaten you. It's not necessarily a personal.
Oh,
matter.
no.
One thing about the house is you're sitting down. You kind of as you came in, like so you come in the hallway and then you turned right to kind of go into the sitting room. There was a little room off to the left. It was open. It looked like it was kind of like a dining room, like tea room sort of looking thing, which for whatever reason is striking you as familiar, especially like the setup. And the weird thing about this house is that, for one, you feel very unsettled because you're in the den of a killer, basically.
Yes.
But the house itself feels very welcoming to you. Like, it feels like a kind of like a good, natural place for you to be.
Well.
Creepy.
Yeah. Like, you're scared to be here, but the environment itself is not the thing that's scaring you.
Yeah.
So. Anyways.
So, so I'm here to negotiate.
Well, I believe I laid out the terms quite clearly at the bar.
So, what guarantees, and, I know the ways of the world here on this issue, but what guarantees do I have that you won't harm any of my people if I turn over what you want?
So, at this, they cock their eyebrow like, wait, what? They seem 100% off-put by the fact that you're, here negotiating with them. Not they're not going to negotiate, but this is, 100% not the outcome that they were expecting. And so they say, well, to be honest with you, I am being paid to do one thing or the other. I don't, my current contract was very explicit. So I don't, if you give me what I want, I don't frankly, I don't care. Afterwards.
Excellent.
So you are no longer my interest in you goes about as far as the contract being concluded. So that's
Good. I actually find that very comforting. Thank you. Well, I've got it out in the van. Where do you want me to pull it up?
Are you shitting me?
Where is the?
Are you really gonna give it? No.
Well, we're not there.
I know. Damn it.
Where is it parked at?
Richard is ending
Outside.
this now.
No, where? I'll just send somebody to get it, so we don't have to.
No.
From the way it was described, it seems very large.
It is. It's significant in size.
Oh yeah. If you just want to pull it up in front of the house, I'll have it brought in.
Sure. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So you do that thing.
Yeah.
You going to do anything else while you're outside?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you pull up in front of the thing, you come back inside, they're like, oh. They kind of look at the car like, oh, cool. And so they kind of make a gesture with their hand. And so in the sitting room, there were 4 large potted plants against the back wall. They all pull out of the pots and then form a big writhing mass of vegetation.
Uh-huh.
And it slips out the front door toward your van. And they're they kind of invite you to sit down, they'll put it, they're going to secure it, it'll be fine.
That's fine.
So they're finishing their coffee, they're like, I am
fancy. You can't just
No,
can't just Tensor's floating disk it.
Nope.
No, it's got to be a.
they're not wizards, so they don't really actually have that spell.
Okay.
So,
I just kind of assumed all the elves are at least sorcerers or wizards for some reason.
they have magic powers. They're just not a wizard.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Clearly
they're
wizard,
sitting,
got it.
they sit down and they they shut the door
Vines.
behind the shambling mound. It goes and does its thing, and they sit down. They start taking sips from their coffee, and they're like, I will be perfectly honest with you. We did not expect this outcome. And they kind of refill their coffee. You saved us quite a bit of time, to be perfectly honest. I'm actually I was playing it a little coy because I did not wanted to make sure that everything was on the level, I guess, when you made the offer, but you saved us so much time. We've been trying to keep you away or distracted for a little while so we could find it. We honestly didn't expect you guys to, or you folks to just readily hand it over. You seemed, the way that Mr. Wyatt described you, you seemed very, foolhardy.
Yeah.
But this is very nice. You saved us a bunch of time. We actually had a we had a bit of a kerfuffle earlier today. We were so very, very sure.
Is he we as an organization, or is he just royal we everything?
They are
Are they
describing
just-
a second person.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there is actually a second person.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
That we
there's
could
definitely a second person.
May not be Wyatt.
We were so very, very certain that the priest would know where it was, but he did not seem to. He had information on the object, but not the location.
Is the priest still alive?
Oh no.
Okay.
My
What did you want me to do?
my associate is
Was it Broderick or was it Kravitz?
Broderick.
Yeah.
You guys
It
saw
was
Kravitz.
Andrews.
Okay.
Yeah. The above board. I also am going to replace your NPC. I've got an NPC replacement.
I kind of figured.
Yeah. Since I killed yours. But they're like, so. My associate is very voracious when they're gathering information, and the halfling we were tracking was just so much harder to pin down. So, thank you very much. We would have been really
I
pushing
the
our
halfling?
deadline.
Okay.
And so this massive vegetation slithers back through the house and goes back to being potted plants.
Okay.
They're like, oh, okay. Well, you're more than welcome to go, Mr. Narash. Thank you very much. They like extend their hand for a handshake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shake their hand. So there is when do you shake their hand?
Yes.
Okay. When you shake their hand, there's like a weird connection. It's like you guys are vibrating on the same frequency. It like they kind of cock their eyebrow as well. And then they just sit back and continue sipping their coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, you're free to go.
All right.
So yeah, they
Not okay.
finish their coffee, see you out. So
At the as soon as we're outside,
Mhm.
Jenkins will drop down, grab one of his hairs, and then fly off.
I'm wondering if it might just need to go in the fridge.
What do you even roll for that?
1 second, let me see if Jenkins can actually do that.
Yep.
Some kind of touch or dexterity check, I guess.
Well, no, Jenkins is invisible. They wouldn't have enough time to really do that. They could maybe make a chance to try and grab Jenkins, but that's not.
Well, I mean, some classes get abilities where they cannot be surprised.
Yeah.
These are so difficult to get out of here. Why cupcakes?
No. Oh hell. I think this particular.
I want to eat you.
You can do it.
Okay. Anyone else want a cupcake? They're very difficult.
Maybe after we have actual pizza.
Oh no, there's no time.
So this is when we're going to use the hair to like do some kind
This is
of
why
crazy
you
voodoo
should have
magic
like
to
all
kill
of
them,
your
right?
stuff
Yes.
up at
Okay,
one
good.
time.
Then I'm
And you
on board.
believe
Good, so I won't have to kill you.
Oh no, you're gonna try and kill me.
Oh yeah,
Did
no.
somebody just knock on the door or was that the... No, that...
Look,
that
on
was
top of the
Danielle
fact that you're
closing the
harboring
thing.
a demon, you also gave away the heart of her goddess. She's probably going to kill you.
It's just combat.
Harboring a fiend.
Fiend.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget. Yeah, there's a
Bad
difference there.
thing.
Either way, I think you may have crossed a tipping point when it comes to Tessa.
Oh no. I
I
expect.
mean, she hangs out with us tieflings. So.
No, tieflings are not
She's not
fiends.
racist.
Yep.
Just like he's not actually a dragon.
Tieflings
And-
are technically devils.
Elves,
they're-
elves are
They're
not...
double-blooded.
It is possible
That
to
doesn't
be
make them
a
devils.
good
They're
aligned...
devilish.
We're half
Tiefling.
devils, right?
Well, I'm
No,
not.
They're double-blooded.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're not even half devils. You're like
Are you evil?
way down.
You're like
I'm
great
chaotic
grandfather
Okay,
or
that's
great
fine.
great
Maybe even
grandmother.
further, yeah.
But I'm just saying-
went
Why
at
do
it
I
with the
have so
devil.
many devil traits then?
It's like...
Because it's
okay,
real
look.
power.
Demon bloods or
Being
devil
a-
bloods that powerful.
Being a
I-
tiefling is like you
I have
can't help if one of
actual-
your parents is a douchebag. Okay, if your parents are racist, that doesn't mean that you're racist
I'm gonna eat more of these
necessarily.
because they're tiny and they're
So you're just you. You just happen to have
Okay,
their
that's not what they
DNA.
had. Okay.
Listen, I feel like it's
they
still a
had
bit
some
racist,
kind of ability that was
and
related to sight,
I'm not
and I
okay.
couldn't remember if they could
Okay.
see through invisibility.
Yep.
So yeah, they grab their head and they're like, "I thought we were playing." And here I thought we were playing above the board.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Did you really think so?
So they like, so as you're standing on the doorstep, you hear this like it sounds like ice breaking or glass shattering,
Uh-huh.
You
and
go
like as
alone.
that like black dagger
Cuz?
pushes out of their hands. And go ahead and make a dexterity check because I'm not gonna lie, they're probably faster than you.
Oh yeah. They're definitely faster than me. 13.
Cool. You didn't, yeah. So, like, in a flash, like, this black dagger pushes out of their hand, they grab it, and they shove it right into your stomach, and you don't feel a thing.
Okay.
and they've got you fully, and they're like, they're very confused, and they pull out the dagger, and there's like no wound on you, there's no hole,
I think we found another
and they're so mad.
warlock of.
And so like they're you for a moment on this pretty plain expression face of theirs, like you see just unfathomable rage. They are furious.
So
And like they stop and they look at the dagger for a second. And then they take a breath and turn around, walk inside, and close the door.
Oh.
have a good evening. Don't double cross me. And I walk out to the van and drive away.
What just happened there? I feel like they shared a moment.
There's a little bit there.
Yeah, a moment is a way to describe it. That actually would have happened in the fight if you guys had fought them too. So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad the right person decided to do something stupid.
Yeah. So
Is
it's
it good?
morning, I guess.
So I drive back to the storage unit and sleep on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Are we gonna get kicked out of the storage unit every night?
Oh yeah.
Stop. It is explicit in the rules of your lease for the storage unit that you cannot sleep in the storage unit.
Can you take a nap, or does it just
No,
describe
you cannot sleep in the storage unit.
overnight sleep?
Don't we have a warehouse?
Not yet. It's going to be ready Monday, Tuesday-ish.
Well, now we don't need the
Yeah, we
fucking
don't need the
warehouse.
warehouse.
Goddamn.
I still don't
So you
have
need
a
somewhere
place
to
to
live.
live.
Return policy on that?
You can live with
Don't
me.
worry, they'll just burn you
Yeah, what?
down.
We all
That's
have
a-
offered you rooms.
The
I'm not even a wanted criminal.
Yeah.
So
Wyatt knows who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know why you people think you can just keep living in your houses. Someone has already tried to assassinate you before.
In a cab. I don't live in a cab.
That's logic. That is solid logic.
can't beat that.
No.
Corey does not live in a cab.
Nope.
Okay, so is anyone else doing anything in the middle of the night?
No way
Okay.
did that thing. Yeah.
So first thing in the morning, 8 a.m. on the bar. You put your spell up basically every night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it go off when somebody knocks on the door, or like
Yeah, they have to
they
pass.
have to open?
They have to
physically?
pass the barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you. Actually, before that, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
5.
5. Cool. You have a dream. You have this dream where you feel like it's very much like the Minotaur myth, where you're in a maze and you feel like you're being harried by something. You don't see it, but you know it's definitely chasing you, and you keep pushing through dead ends. And like right before this kind of like nebulous presence is upon you, you like kind of push on one of the walls and you find a way, like it opens up and you find a way through. But when you go through, you end up in this field. It's like a barren field. Everything's red tinted. It looks like the fucking end of Justice League. Which is a dig because I thought it looked bad.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, it's all
Haven't seen
shitty
it.
red CG.
Okay. Fair
So yeah,
enough.
it looks like shitty red CG.
Okay.
And you look up and the sun is not the sun. It's like a burning ball of fire. It looks like Sauron's eye, just burning in the sky. And you wake up sweating, slumped over your desk. And
Did you fall asleep at your
Yeah.
desk?
No.
and so there's two things when you kind of sit up. Oh, you're also wearing the glove.
Which I was not wearing. When I
No.
Okay.
Maybe if we found her dead friend and more information about that, she'd leave us alone.
And like when you wake up,
Right on the
Awakening's just sitting there, like your palm's sitting up, and like the jewel that's in the middle of the palm, like she's kind of projecting out of, just like, oh god, like, and on your desk there's two things. One, there's a scroll, written, and you wrote it.
Sweet new spells.
You don't 100% know what's in it. We'll make a check
Yeah,
here in a
yeah,
second
yeah,
if you want
that's
to figure it
fair.
out. But more importantly, in your notebook is your original drawing of that sigil.
Yeah.
And
the
then
one that
on-
was like a mixture.
Yeah, the one that you guys found in the basement. The
Yeah.
one that's kind of like had things. And on the next page, like 2-3 pages are like partial diagrams. You'll need to like physically take them out and put them together, but somehow you just wrote them as blocks of drawings of that thing, like exploded into component parts and how they connect together.
Oh, cool.
Also take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Because you feel like you've been hit by a goddamn train.
All right.
Where does
Somewhere on here.
How does that work?
How does exhaustion work?
It may, in fact, never not come up, but
Here, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I got it.
You don't necessarily.
you take like
I got tab
you
for
take
it.
disadvantage on checks and I think
There you go.
attacks.
The
Yeah.
top right there. Yeah.
So it may not come up, but you feel like you've been hit by a train.
Yeah.
And Awakening's like, are you?
Yay.
Like you hear that you see it snap and then you like hear a snap in your head.
Okay. Like,
yeah. Like they're like cautiously kind of looking at you like, Orran?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
Not looking. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, how Awakening? How did I get here?
You got up and put on the glove and then started writing a lot with your offhand, which was very disconcerting.
Yeah, definitely
Of all
don't
the
usually do that.
Yeah.
Was I talking or anything at all?
I kept trying to wake you up and you just kept going.
What were you like? Did you? When did you like appear? Like, did you appear when I put the glove on? Like,
Well, not initially. I just started talking to you, and then at some point, I just kind of like, well, maybe I don't know. I just popped up to see if I could get your attention,
all right.
and then that was probably about 10 minutes ago, and I don't know. I kind of forgot that I was projecting. To be honest, I was a little freaked out.
All right, I'm gonna do an insight check real quick.
Okay.
13.
She's maybe not necessarily telling the truth. She seems nervous, and like keeps kind of glancing from you and to the things on the table, and from you to the things on the table.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, so this is, I believe, the second time. Like,
You've woken up, but not necessarily like having her attached to you.
no, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the second time that like weird dream followed by woke up in a different area of my room and stuff.
Yeah.
We could put her in the storage unit.
Yeah, I mean, basically, at this point, I want to make it clear that I know that like you're not telling the truth here. I will throw you into the bottom of the ocean if I have to.
What's that? We can't trust the rock?
She's not a rock
so now I have
anymore.
like explicit.
Oh yeah,
a
she's
glove
not a
now.
rock anymore. She's a
I was
thing.
here for
She's
oh,
in the
yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet now.
But like, I'm so surprised.
I know, right?
Never would I have suspected this.
Yeah. It's almost like I actually have like reason to disbelieve now.
It's almost like I was concerned from the beginning or something. I don't know.
Madness.
Anyways, so basically, I tell her if she doesn't fess up, I'm going to like find a way to like throw her in the bottom of the ocean. Because obviously, like I can't.
Why are we threatening people alone tonight?
The way
Well,
to
look,
win friends.
I have nothing else to threaten like this weird like sentient thing with, except for to like bury it somewhere where it can never be touched and interact with humans ever. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm not capable of like physically destroying this artifact.
I think we just figured out how your
So-
half man, half shark gets created.
That is a thing. There you go.
Baby
Origin story
shark,
for
do,
Shark Guy.
Baby shark. Do.
So she makes kind of like a concerned face, and then like the projection disappears, but she's still talking in your head. She doesn't care anymore. She goes, "All right, fine. I've been maybe trying to help you out, but you didn't seem to not. You
To
did.
be clear, do I need to make repeated insight checks, or can I assume that my previous insight check means like
Yeah. Well,
I can tell?
I'll
now.
prompt you if she tries to put anything over on you at this
Okay.
point. Yeah. So
I wasn't sure how we were running.
there's no
that.
body language now because it's
Right,
disappeared
yeah.
her. Yeah. So it's like I was trying to listen when I first met you guys. I was a little concerned because I didn't know who you were. So I wasn't 100% truthful about things because I didn't know who you were, and I didn't want to like get sold on the black market or something like that. My friend had just died.
Bullshit.
Man, that was really loud. Where did that go?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're sleeping in the attic. She's afraid of things getting burnt down now.
That's fair.
But what you're working on here is interesting and maybe very important, especially considering what you guys have been getting into as of late. And so I figured I might help you out, but I didn't know if you would be 100% down for the process, so I was easing you into it.
So why exactly do I need to be asleep and you somehow controlling my left hand writing?
I'm not really. I know you did that. I can't control you. I can
force
give
me
you,
to get up and then do this thing.
Inspiration.
That's control.
Yeah.
That's control. You control me.
Yeah. No, it's just a lot of inspiration.
I'm thinking the shape is wrong.
So exactly what are you again?
I am, well, something slightly different than I was before.
Now that you're in the gauntlet.
Yeah. But generally not, I don't have as much direct connection to people. I maybe went a little harder than I thought I could tonight, so I do apologize for that. Not used to this level of...
Still not answering my question.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, I controlled.
I mean, I am what I told you I am. I'm a repository for knowledge, and I can help people who are inclined toward the arcane reach their full potential.
Why should I trust you at this point?
Well, I haven't killed you.
That's
Alright,
not a
so
reason.
that's good.
I
feel like we
take it or leave that.
I feel like we've made some solid progress together already because I couldn't. You're not writing the things down that I want. Like you're writing, you're still getting you're writing down. I can't make you follow a particular path of study, but I can definitely amplify that. And she kind of, well, I guess she does. She pops up again. I don't know. It's easier when I have a thing.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. So she kind of gestures after the thing, like, I couldn't have gotten here by myself, and I don't think you could have either. It would have or at the very least, it wouldn't have been this quickly.
Why is it necessary that I'm not conscious when you do this?
Oh, we can be conscious when you do it. It's just, yeah.
So why did you have to wait until I was unconscious to do this?
Well, because I didn't think you'd be down for the plan, and it seemed like I was gonna. It's like leaving you presents.
Just
Yeah.
the meta.
Yeah.
Do I need to continue rolling insight checks, or is she actually?
No, she's telling you the truth. She just thought she was gonna. This was her. She's not good with people.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell.
She was
that going around
She was
in
gonna
this
start
group.
getting. The idea was. I guess she'll
get
also
to be
explain.
angry
The
about
idea
it.
was to make it kind of seem like you were doing these sorts of things.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Just wake up in the middle of the night and not wake up. Actually, just
have inspiration.
Sleepwalk.
People do it. I don't know.
Somnambulism.
Yeah.
That.
People sleep all the time. It's not
Thank
nothing
you,
to be concerned about.
tiefling who sleeps in the attic.
Attic
So,
tiefling.
so here he actually lives above Orran. He just doesn't realize it.
Like there's a third apartment up
The
there.
faceless old woman who secretly lives in your
All right.
home.
So
But and also, I don't know. You got to think. I don't know something in your subconscious. She kind of points at the scroll shot. I don't know quite 100% where that came from. Your subconscious just went on a tear. So you're paranoid, apparently.
yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah.
No basis for it
Yeah.
whatsoever.
The mind
Okay,
possession
well,
wants you to calm down.
I'm gonna take a quick. So I wanna look at the spells that whatever's been written so far,
Mhm.
and
So it's not really a spell, but you're it's not 100. You're still not 100% there, but you're you can tell where the arcane connections to the divine connections on that gate are.
Mhm.
And the
Can I
more you
write-
look at it, the more you're thinking maybe I definitely shouldn't ever recreate this because this may be a bad thing.
So can I figure out what the purpose what was the purpose of the scroll that I was writing?
Oh, I'm looking that up now. I can't remember the exact name of the spell because I forgot to write it down.
Did
But
she ever say what the plan was?
No, I'm trying to gather a little bit of information before I decide whether or not to lock her in a leaded box for all of eternity. So
You know, like you do.
like you do.
With your friends and stuff.
I mean,
Emmy, you've got to let me know what the plan is, or I'm gonna lock you in a leaded box for all eternity.
I think it's pretty
So
clear
what
she's not a
time are we
friend
meeting
anymore.
at Starbucks?
Never now. Jesus.
We break that. This friendship is over.
Divorce granted.
I'm just feeling a little attacked right now.
Why?
You don't know yet. You're just having dreams and feelings.
You just feel really
cool.
inspired.
It is.
That's all.
It is a scroll of non-detection.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why doesn't she want to be detected?
She doesn't. I mean, she has reasons for not wanting to be detected, I guess.
It's not all. It's not really all that powerful a spell anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Look at you.
What
It's
is
not. It's a third level
you-
spell. It
you
only does. It only
literally
works on one
sneered.
person.
You literally
Maybe I may
sneered.
have looked up the third edition version of that spell.
Oh, okay.
It's to prevent scry. It will stop scrying.
Yeah, on
yeah.
one person.
It's a
Yes.
shit
Okay.
spell
Yeah.
anyway. Why'd you give
Well,
that to
I was
me?
just looking
Listen,
up earlier because I was going to try to like non-detect
I
the
think
entire
it's-
warehouse.
Yeah, there's a mass version of that spell, but there's only so much I can give you.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I was looking up a way to like do that to the warehouse,
It's
and I
one
couldn't
person-
find it. I can only find this one spell. That only
No
works on one
point
person.
now.
It is one person or object.
Set mirrors.
Or object that's only
What?
fits within 10 feet.
We don't know
10
that
foot
yet.
square. Yeah.
So
Okay, so the gist of it is I
Same
randomly
numbers
made a
for
scroll of
museum in the
non-detection, and then I did a like blown out schematic of this sigil
Yeah.
thing. Can I tell any? What are there any specifics that I can tell right now from that blown out sketch? Now that I'm conscious.
yeah.
Like,
Specifics.
is there any specific information I need to be like I can gain from that right now?
From right this second, you actually, so you know where this spell was coming. Like basically, you know where the target area of the spell was going to be. So it's not.
What
it
was the
wasn't-
target area?
It's not the abyss or the nine hells like you would think for this
Okay.
particular thing. It's the astral sea.
The astral sea. Okay.
Yeah. The astral plane.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
which
You're hallucinating.
demons and devils
out of
don't live.
hunger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, like she still doesn't like she'll straight up tell you she's like I don't know what the target like without having the person who made this here we don't 100% know who the target for this teleportation spell was.
Okay.
But like this is also because they had to put in divine elements. You can open the. It's fine, guys. We've been eating in front of the thing for like weeks now.
Okay. So
Um,
here's what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Keep it over there, I guess.
We're going to do this again,
Mm-hmm.
where like she gives me inspiration. We're going to do this next time that like we're in a relatively safe location and I'm conscious and all of my friends are around.
Okay.
And then if that goes like I'm not gonna tell her that like if that goes okay and we don't like get some weird pinging detect evil from it or any kind like
Well, she's already cast that on the on Awakening before.
yeah, well Awakening's real powerful apparently, and I don't know if she had
She can't change an alignment, so.
my point of the matter is that like my options now are trust this thing which refuses to be trustworthy, or lock it in a lead box for all eternity. So it seems like there could be some use to it. So I want to. I'm going to be forthright with the group once I see them
That's fair.
and be like, look, this happened.
That's a first for our group.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, we're always straight up.
Awakening still hasn't actually told me what she is. By the way, still.
I mean, that's the best description of what she is. She's like.
Was she made by mortals?
She was.
She was-
wasn't she?
Well, she said she was before, but
You didn't ask her if she was made by mortals before.
I
You asked her if she was made.
yeah, and she said
She said she was
She
made
was.
by a group of wizards.
Yeah,
okay.
she was not made by mortals though.
She's not made by mortals.
Yeah, she's like
So who were you made by?
elves.
Okay.
They're not strictly speaking. Well, I mean, you can kill them.
Who?
You can kill a lot of things.
Who were you made by?
Oh no, I didn't come up with an elf name for them.
So it's not enough we've already met.
So this is an IOU.
I was made by a wizard. I have not had contact with them in maybe 700 years.
So their name may be different.
Their name could definitely be
What
different.
was their name, though?
Their name was very few can sit down in the middle of the fire itself like a salamander or Abraham. We need intermediaries.
Nice. Well done.
Is that from your room?
Yes, it is from a poem. It's the only like. I panicked.
Poetry.
You might want to write that down before you forget it later. Or
I'll
something.
remember that one.
Yeah, I've already forgotten it.
Yeah.
It's room.
That
Something
poem is
about
burned into my mind.
Salamander. Got
Yeah.
it. Made by Salamander. Yep.
Brian Panic recites poetry.
Okay. All right. So that's some information anyway, because we can maybe look up historical text or something.
And I was brought to this city when the elves sort of set up camp here about 100 years ago.
Okay.
So
And so, what was Reginald doing with you?
Reginald was a little. He's a little in the weeds, to be perfectly honest. Even for how in the weeds I'm used to being in. He was working on. He was super focused on components, and he was trying to. He just talked about. He just kept talking about advancement, and he was trying to nail down perfect components for a spell that even the level of connection I currently have with you is not something that I am used to having. I want to be very clear about this. This level of attunement is not something I'm used to.
Aww. She feels
She's
closer to
physically in a
you
magical object
than
attached
any
to his
other
body.
person.
Yeah.
That attunement. Okay. So.
It's so sweet.
Shannon,
The clarity of vision that I have from you, I don't necessarily have from him, and he was being cagey near the end. He talked about being able to, he was talking about advancing the field of study that we have as of now. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not 100% sure what it was that he was trying to accomplish. I know it was the amount of money and resources that he was burning through at the end had to be important to him.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I do not.
Also, does the paladin have to be there?
Yes.
She's very cagey.
Has to be there. Has to be there. Yeah. Look. You have not.
This is the
You've not
hate on
done a good job of being
section.
trustworthy here.
Huh? I realize that. That's fair.
Like you could have just said you could do this thing, and we could have just done this while I was conscious.
Yeah, when I realized that you were... Listen, I honestly didn't realize you were
A wizard.
Well, no,
You're a
were good
wizard,
at shit.
Orran.
There's a lot of wizards, but not all of them are good.
I don't have to be good at shit. Apparently, you make me good at shit because
No.
of inspiration or
I-
whatever.
Aw, you can.
I pump up what's there. I can't make things from whole cloth.
No.
Most people are not going to go down this... I like exciting research as well. So when you brought this
So
in...
your entire motivation here is you just like exciting research.
I've been around a while. I like new things. It's hard to find those.
Do I need to insight check that?
No. Just be truthful about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? So she doesn't want any Does Awakening want anything out of any of this? Does she have a goal here?
She doesn't. While she is very complex AI, she still has the parameters of, she has I guess she'll also sort of tell you this, her hard-coded mission statement, her purpose of being is to, further her users' end goal.
Okay.
So your end goal is her end goal. And also she's been around long enough to have a sense of self-preservation. So if something, she also knows that she's important. So she will try and make herself, she will make herself important, or she will downplay how important she is, depending on the situation, to, continue to survive.
Okay. So I'm going to put her in the bag of holding for now.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go out to some magic shop and see if I can find an anti-magic box. A box of containment of some kind.
You can do that, probably not right now, because it's only 4 in the morning.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
at some point during the day. And then when we meet up, I will explain the situation to folks. But that is what I'll be doing with my morning, is searching out a magic containment box, which I'm sure they have exist in this world of lots of magic toys.
Yeah, you can probably get that. You may have to commission it. I don't know if you'll necessarily be able to find it, but it can be done.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you'll have to take like there's like the anti-magic like field spell.
Sure.
It'll have to be enchanted on a thing.
Yeah.
So, I'll also have to figure out how much that will cost. So,
I just figured that in a world where there's lots of magical gadgets, there's going to be
the
like a
gadget
gun
exists.
safe for.
I just don't know if it would be I have to think about whether it would be readily available and also how much that thing will cost. Because it's definitely going to have a cost. I just don't know what the enchantment plus.
That's fair.
The fucking bullshit table to do the math.
So yeah, and then I'll pack up all the scrolls and stuff and put it in my bag or something.
Okay.
And then
you can go back to sleep. You still just don't get all
look, I'm not going back. It's 4 in the morning. I'm not going back to sleep.
Okay, cool. What are you gonna do?
Should we pause for pizza?
Let me finish one thing and then we'll pause for pizza.
I mean, my plan is just I'll sit up and I'll study these notes I've got.
Okay.
To see what I can like pull out of it, but
Okay,
there's
yeah.
probably not much left. If there's anything left, I'll get at that, and then after that I'll go back
studying
shopping.
it. The thing you're kind of gathering is maybe I shouldn't recreate this exact spell, but there's a lot of formulae that you can take you've never seen before because you apparently just wrote these that you may be able to extrapolate to make your future plans of trying to combine things together work better. We'll touch on this when we do the jump, but this will be a solid step forward in being able to whatever mechanical thing we figure out with the advancement of this.
That's fair.
What I'll be we'll talk about it.
We'll figure it out later.
I'm not getting into the weeds because I'll get way into the weeds here in a second.
Fair.
8 a.m. You hear a pounding at your door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This will be real quick.
I thought you were going to tell someone else. Okay, so you hear
somebody is basically trying to kick your fucking door down. It sounds like.
Seer freaks the fuck out.
Seer's up.
Great stance.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have I don't know. I'll go downstairs and look through the eye hole of the door.
You don't see anybody out of the eye hole.
Okay.
But the knocking is still coming.
Okay, I'm just. Hello? We're not open?
From the other side of the door, you hear, "Where the fuck is Tessa?"
Oh, damn it.
Which is why you didn't see anyone out of the eye hole.
Alright, I open the door.
She she's like, "Where the oh Jesus."
Where the viewers at home,
is
DM
Tessa? And she
glasses.
throws a newspaper onto a table, and it's Tessa Blackmore, AWOL from the Keepers, the fucking headline on the paper.
Did Tessa tell us where she was going last night? I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, we broke her out of house arrest last
Didn't
night.
we drop her off somewhere though?
Why the hell was she under arrest? What the fuck did she do?
Okay, well,
She told her boss what we did.
What the fuck did she do that?
Because she was real dumb. Straight up. Not what anyone else in the group would have done. I mean, she was very forthright. It was a Tessa thing to do.
Paladin.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what you get when you ask for time away from each other.
This. All right.
You leave for 5 minutes.
So what you're telling me is that she walked in to her boss's office,
Apparently.
and then just admitted to doing all them things.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Was trying to confront her boss about what that whole weird place was and stuff. Maybe trying to get some information. I mean, there was useful and good motivations out of it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
We then busted her out, so
Give me your key.
What?
Give me your key. I'm calling her.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Not
Here.
the piece of the bar. I'm robbing you
I
suddenly.
was like, excuse you?
Tessa, it's 8-ish, and your keys
That was already up.
Yeah, I'm
I got
sure
up
you-
early.
Yeah.
I got up early and left.
Oh, where are you going to?
A barber.
Okay, cool. Well, as you're walking to the barber, your keys.
Yes.
What the hell did you do?
I quit.
No, no. Why are you on the front of the newspaper, Tessa?
Because I quit.
Because I'm always on the front of the news.
I'm Tessa Blackmore from the posters.
Not anymore.
Not such a
Yeah.
papers.
That's a different poster
Well, no,
now.
yeah, you're still on poster.
Different kind of poster.
Different kind of poster. It's like, all right, the quitting's fine. I don't quite understand how quitting your job leads to getting arrested. Actually, I do, because Orran explained everything to me, but I just can't seem to comprehend why you would do that.
Because it was
You
the
come into
right
bar,
thing
so
to do.
You go into the bar, yeah.
Because it was the right, not the bar, a
Barber.
barber.
I meant to say barber.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Right. All right. So there is I don't know. I ain't never been to the seminary, but I assume at some point they explained to you the difference between like the right thing and a smart thing. Like,
Seminary. I'm not sure they actually.
Are you calling me stupid?
no, I'm just saying that wasn't the smartest decision, cause like,
Nope, I'm just calling you.
but if they're going to do something, why would you listen, they could have disappeared you, and we wouldn't have known nothing.
Okay.
She's scared. She's concerned about you.
Look. Let she who has never made a dumb decision cast the first stone. And if you'll just hang out there at the bar for half an hour.
Like you know it's at the bar. Stolen
she
she
said-
from one of your friends. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She said I was. Yeah.
Like
For Christmas,
half
I
an
want a bottle
hour,
of this.
I'll be there.
fine.
Click.
Click. Now she hangs it up. She slams the key down on the counter.
I put a beer in front of her.
Just like climbs up on stool. Okay. Haircut.
Off.
All of it.
Bald.
Short. Not bald.
Okay.
Short.
Thought we were going.
Off is like a.
She's doing
Okay.
full lesbian.
Yeah. They'll
So they have like a potbelly stove there or something like that.
not really. No, they have
No.
like a normal heater. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna get the hair clippings.
Mhm. Okay.
Have them sweep them up.
Okay.
I'm gonna take them outside. I'm gonna light them on fire.
Right. The barber is initially disconcerted about you wanting to keep your hair. This seems like a serial killer thing. to
I'm
do.
gonna dedicate it. I'm gonna donate it to Locks of Love. Okay.
Jesus.
After I burn it.
Yeah. And then it's disconcerted further when you burn your hair.
Locks of love
In
for
front of
fire
his
on
house.
your sidewalk.
In front of the
It's like-
barber shop.
It's locks of love for fire
And they just flip the sign over. Like,
It's like, no, I'm done for the day. That was enough weird for me.
Like,
By the
what
way,
crime was I just to...
I have all my stuff. I'm
I
not
think
going back to that apartment.
She's just
Okay,
going
yeah.
in and
Got
pulling your
like a
G.I.
duffel bag or some
Jane.
shit.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Okay.
shave her head like Demi Moore.
I figured. So.
Okay.
And then I'm going to the bar.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. We'll get to that in a second. Corra.
Well, I was going to be a douche and sneak out early, but I guess I'm
You
just...
can still do that.
I mean, I guess I don't know what Richard did.
It's true.
Nope,
So-
none of you know what I did yet.
I'm gonna get out of there before Odo wakes up.
Okay.
Not because I'm like mad at them, I just don't want to say goodbye.
Okay. That's fair.
So, gonna go to the bar, because, you know, we don't say where we're gonna be, but we just kind of know.
Yeah. This is whatever. You guys show up at Central Perk.
Yep.
The
So,
nobody told you life was gonna be this way.
No, for real though.
I'm pretty confident that, like, if Odo was, like, concerned that I had left without leaving a note or anything, they know where to find me.
Well, yeah, they can just call you because you guys got your own individual things.
Yeah, I would
so.
like that we did that, please.
No, we established that you guys did do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hate that one.
Okay, and Sahiri.
I'm at my house because I don't know I need to be
Yeah,
anywhere
no,
else.
yeah.
So I'm gonna do my thing.
Do you want me to call you on the way over to the bar?
I don't know if I do or not because I don't know shit's going down.
That's fair. I don't want to include you in this murder that I don't know about yet.
I mean, if you want to be included
This
in the
murder being our
you
death.
just need to let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily want you to get murdered.
According to all of us except for Seshmir, we're waking up and walking to our
die.
death.
Yeah.
I
mean, Sahiri could be some solid firepower in that fight.
was my
Also, a
I don't
non.
know, walking to our desk, walking to a fight.
Well,
Yeah.
Hopefully
Also,
Seshmir comes
I
in
mean,
before we
I'm
start
glad
going.
you're
so
board from a
confident.
strategic standpoint.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, I was one absorb elements away from wrecking Wyatt's face. Anyways,
Liz.
The,
for real.
could have been so good. Yeah.
There
That would've
before
been
we
great.
leave.
yeah. I'm feeling it, man.
The like above board, like
Do you wanna
strategically, like they don't
No.
like the
Beats his
assassin
nomination
wouldn't
and
know that
Megan
Sahiri would be
Buster.
coming.
Yeah.
So it's you got like an X factor in your back pocket. So that would be
That
good.
cheese ball on that pizza.
So
would be
if you guys like
It's
that,
just
also would be
really-
easier for us to get
Get
Mary into this
the
thing.
game.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
probably somebody should call me, but I can't be like, "Hey, call me, guys."
All right, I
think-
can call Sahiri on the way over to the bar. I'm walking because I don't take cabs
Hi.
anymore.
How you doing? What you been up to, huh?
I'm just gonna explain the sitch to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So what
I
is
call
the
you while walking
sitch?
the.
So last time,
Is
last
sitch is
time,
the-
so here he
This
was
assassin
aware of the
burned down your bar.
situation.
Or burned down your shop.
I was throwing some vines out the back of a van, and then I went home.
Yeah, that was a good thing. And then an assassin threatened all of us and everyone we've ever known.
But they didn't know I was
Seer says
there.
through the phone I'm holding on the way to the bar.
We think we're pretty sure they knew you were there.
Oh, no, my
They seem to know
basically-
things.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't there at the fight with Wyatt. I was just like walking by the street, and you're like, "Get in the van!"
They kind of like just come out of
But
nowhere.
it was everybody we've ever known, so...
Right. We're not saying you have to come. We're
I'm
just saying
saying-
that this is happening. You're a person that I know,
All right. So that's
and therefore your
that's
life
a-
is in danger. If
We
you want to take a
continue to low-key
proactive
threaten
stance,
everybody.
if you want to take a proactive stance about this thing, then you might want to come with us. But I also understand if you don't.
That's a
So
pretty
that's everything
convincing
Seer is gonna say when I get to the
argument.
bar and hand him the phone. You should come to the bar.
Sorry.
I feel like since I'm already implicated in this crime that I didn't quite commit, I'll show up.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Good.
I'll give everyone the information that Sahiri is on the way, but they all already
Look,
know
we
for
could
some
use an extra
reason.
cleric.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys will all get to the bar.
Including Seshmir?
Oh, actually, yeah. Sorry. Thank you. So Seshmir, what are you doing?
Wait, does Tessa want to make her big entrance?
We'll get to the big entrance in a
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, I'll go to the bar.
Okay. When you get into the, I'm assuming you're taking your van there.
Yeah.
Okay. You luckily get up early enough that you don't get kicked out of the storage unit.
Yep.
And when you get into the van, you notice you didn't notice it last night because it was dark, but in the back of the van, there's like a thing wrapped up in a tarp.
Okay, I open it.
It is Broderick. He's dead.
Okay.
There's a hole in the back of his skull,
All right.
like about this big around, about 2 inches around. I forget we're in an audio-based format.
Is it also empty in there?
Listen, I don't know how Seshmir would figure that out without just getting in there.
Yeah,
So
I'm not a forensic dragon.
Just right in there.
please don't desecrate this priest's body by fisting this hole in his skull.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
All right. I get in the van and shut the door.
Yeah, cool.
Search him real quick. Is there any calling cards? Any clues? Anything that stands out?
Not. I mean, seems to have all of his stuff on him. So the only thing that seems out of place, other than the gaping hole in the back of his head, is that you can tell that there is like smeared blood coming from like his nose and then out of one of his ears, and one of his eyes looks like all the capillaries look popped in them, like it's super bloodshot.
Okay.
And like there was blood floating around in there.
Why are you looking for clues? We know who killed him.
Well, we know more now.
Yeah.
Certain
Yeah.
squid. Anyways.
Hmm?
What?
No.
But
We don't know that.
actually, I've been thinking about retconning Jimmy the Squid to be a beholder because I got that beholder mini.
dun dun dun.
Beholders don't eat brains. Well, there is an illithid
Yeah.
beholder. Anyways.
Well, I mean, Jimmy the Squid's probably not the only illithid in existence.
Probably not.
Okay. Can drive with a dead body to the bar?
Yeah, I'm gonna back the van up to the storage unit and move him in there.
Okay.
God.
Things got weirder for the crew who lives in the storage unit.
Yeah.
Done and done.
To be fair, a body's actually useful with Speak for the Dead.
That's the word.
Oh my god, he has a mouth. I can talk to him. I bet I have that. Ah!
God, that's a lot. Okay. So yeah, you put the dead body in the storage unit.
Yes.
Talk to him.
She really likes
You're
talking to
real
dead people.
excited. You need to calm down.
So
Tone it,
She gets to
tone
use a
it
spell
back.
that's not a healing spell.
So as I'm driving over, I pull out Morton's key. My contact, the assassin,
okay, yes.
and give him a call.
He answers very groggy, like, hello?
So if I needed to get rid of a body, what would I do?
Why don't you ever start with hello?
Asking for a friend.
I mean, there are some people at the docks who can be paid money.
Alright. Is
Don't get
you
rid of
hear
the
them like
body!
fumble around looking at their clock, they're like, it's too, you missed your chance to just dump them in the river already.
Yep.
Please don't get rid of the body.
Can you just wait till tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, just tie a block around it and just dump it in the river. Go down to if you go the north end of the docks, it should be shut down by then. You just push them off the side. It usually works just fine.
All right. Thanks, Morton.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night. Sleep well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll start
We're not getting rid of that body
smelly.
until I talk to it.
You have until tonight.
Yeah.
That's fine. You have to tell me about it.
It's winter. It's not a climate-controlled storage unit. He'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
Just tell me about its
And it's
existence.
actually a little bit before it starts smelling. So.
Yeah.
Gross.
He can't possibly have been dead. He can't even 24 hours max at this
Yeah.
point.
Yes, but
So-
a hole in the back of your head starts smelling pretty fast.
Not really. Your brain's not really that smelly by itself.
Yeah.
His brain's probably not there anymore.
It's the poop you gotta worry about. The
Yeah.
digestive tract. Also, people do tend to shit themselves when they die.
Because, your sphincter's no longer
So
going...
that's probably what's smelling.
What is your sphincter doing?
It all just lets go.
Science lesson.
So anyway,
So yes, Seshmir's heading toward the bar. So Tessa, when you get to the bar, Corra, you're gonna get there before Tessa because you left early.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess Sahiri will also get there a little bit after you. Seshmir, you're gonna be the last one to arrive.
yep.
You had some complications. You had to
Yes,
deal
I
with.
did.
And so
Nice
Tessa,
haircut. Boy, do I have a
you're
story for you.
you arrive at the bar. Oh, also, I guess for you guys, I sitting there grumbling at the bar is basically yeah,
Hopefully she likes short hair.
yeah,
She has short hair.
yeah.
There
Straight.
you go.
Listen, it's gonna get in a fight. You gotta do one thing with it. So okay, so
Okay.
For
show up at the
practical.
bar.
I'm gonna show up at the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I have no room at the inn, man.
So so you walk in and trying to figure out how she would do this. No, she probably wouldn't really. She wouldn't try. She's not really playing it cool sort
Okay.
of type. So she's gonna jump down off the bar stool, sort of, and then walk up to you and then kind of push you real hard in the thigh. Doesn't move you because you're way bigger than her. She pushes you real hard in the thigh, aggressively, what?
Hey Tessa, nice haircut.
Thanks.
Bald.
I feel like we
I'm
probably
like-
need to talk.
She's
you
not
think
bald
you
now.
just
Should've gone further.
You could have. And she pushes you again out of frustration, because now she just knows she can't do it. She just can't physically move you anyways.
No, she can.
And she's like, if you want to quit the keepers, it's 100% understandable. But if, they could have done so many things. What if you hadn't gotten out? even like best case scenario at this point is like, what if you hadn't gotten out of jail? What would you done?
I know what I would have done, but what would you have done?
She's in like church preacher mode.
Fucking all mode.
Like-
No, I'm not a church preacher mode.
No, I just meant like.
Oh, I is.
Just
okay.
Yeah.
no. Like it was. That's just like the kind of answer that's just kind of
Yeah.
like.
Yep.
Why do you care so much about what happens to me?
Because I don't want bad things to happen to you. Because
What?
you're.
Why? I'm just some person that tried to kill you once.
DM takes a
All of
shot.
us-
All of us at the bar just
Yeah, I feel like we've decidedly moved past the attempted, the mutual attempted murdering.
Chasing popcorn.
Have we?
Feel like it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
No. I was under the impression that we had. I don't know.
Well, this is really awkward because I don't know how to flirt with Brian.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're all sitting in the room watching you, except Seshmir.
Hey.
Hey. I feel like you're being kind of like intimidating and aggressive, and you should tone it down a little. Oh, there, friendo.
Whoa.
Please tell me that's in character.
I'd be like, what do you mean? I'm just someone who tried to kill you once. That's not romance language, friend.
Well, I am
Well,
just
if you
someone
are
who
Klingon,
tried to kill her
maybe.
once.
I mean, if you're trying to
we
come
did
across
mutually try to kill each other once.
What's the thing?
but you're fishing for romance, and that's not how. Those are not the bait words.
This is not a
I
romantic
mean, I've gone
moment.
on several dates that started with those words.
Seer from behind his cup. Just kiss already.
And everyone turns to Seer like.
I'm gonna go behind the bar and get Seer a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Another mug of beer just like appears in front of you.
I'm so sorry, I'm missing this.
Look. I made a mistake. I tried to tell you how you needed to live your life and what kind of decisions that you needed to make. And that was wrong of me. I'm sorry. So, if I'm going to accept you for who you are, then you should probably accept me for who I am. And who I am is the person who walks into a powerful person's office and tells them that they have done something wrong, no matter what the cost to me. And if that's not something that you can live with, then maybe it's best that we end this before it gets any more serious.
I'm not.
A girl standing in front of a cash register yelling that there's no unexpected item.
No, you're supposed to be. I'm just a girl standing in front of a smaller girl, asking them to love her.
So, like, it's not that. It's not that tendency of yours is a problem. But you also.
That's a little message.
It's the problem.
But you also ain't. You also ain't the only. Your actions have repercussions, and I don't know.
I didn't tell Father Commander that anyone was there but me.
That's not what I give a fuck about.
Okay, what do you give a fuck
I
about?
didn't want you to get locked up for fucking ever, and then I never see you again like all the other people I've liked it before, or cared about in my fucking life. Oh, Jesus,
You really gotta stop saying your terrors!
Our DM is chair impaired.
Never break character.
At that point, I knocked over a bar stool for no readily apparent reason.
She's very short. She has trouble.
Brian is having a
She was
lot
on her
of
tall
trouble
bar
with
stool and
chairs.
then actually just fell over anime style. Off the bar stool.
Tessa is going to drop her bag of all of her worldly belongings.
Boom!
It's like a crater.
That thing has to
It's
weigh like
come
fucking
on!
I'm wearing my
are you?
Yeah.
You went to the barber in armor?
Of course,
That's
you
why
said,
I'm
you
so
said that I
scared.
could wear it under normal
Oh
clothes.
yeah. I just yeah. You can wear it under normal clothes, like.
Yeah.
I'm a wanted fugitive.
I mean, I'm sure Malcolm just waxed that.
So, okay, there are two things that you could do when you're a human to kiss a halfling.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the one that's not diminutive.
Are you gonna pick 'em up?
So, no, that's the one that is diminutive.
You're gonna
pick-
That's what you do to a baby. No.
Also, yeah, that's kind of weird.
I'm gonna. Tessa will drop the bag that has her meager worldly belongings in it. She's going to kneel down on the
Her
floor,
fine
Okay.
china
and
collection.
she is going to kiss I square on the lips.
Cool.
big Jesus
That
out.
the it kisses you back. The theme from The Officer's Wife plays in the background. I got there. Yeah.
I
Wait,
just
wait.
like that sentence.
I'm pretty
instead
sure
of
she
the
could do that with
theme.
thaumaturgy.
Oh wait,
I also have.
I prestidigitate a couple
no, wait.
like streamers or something. Just like
Thaumaturgy,
little
I got
little
the lights in the
hearts,
bar.
little hearts coming over our
Orran
heads.
destroys this moment.
No, I for real thaumaturgy dim the lights in the bar.
Like there are three. I think there are. You have a druid crafter, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, so she you know, I'm seeing like random flowers pop everywhere. Hearts are floating
No,
in the air.
it's raining cherry blossoms now.
She's a samurai, so
So,
I mean.
can thaumaturgy mess with music? I turned the lights down.
So your friends ruined this important moment
no,
for you.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Nah,
Because it,
we
because it
fully
works.
mood.
Mood
Yeah.
music it.
Yeah, yeah.
So as the kiss breaks, I'm gonna say, so, I'm an outlaw now.
Also, I might die today.
Listen, I know you're trying to play that off as like hot, but I'm just very concerned.
But Tessa's like smiling.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm an outlaw now.
And from the bar, Corra yells, "We're getting the band back together!"
Jesus. Seshmir, you come in. There's cherry blossoms raining in the bar.
No, I think we're sweeping them up now.
Oh, yeah, like they're sweeping up cherry blossoms. The lights haven't come back up yet, and you're like you're just trying to get them till like the lights come back up. Seshmir's here.
Tessa has short hair and is holding hands with I.
Yeah.
You missed a great popcorn moment, man.
I think we're going to get another one.
All right, well, that's a thing. Beer me.
Beer me.
Beer is beer on the bar for you.
You can just it's like maybe 10 in the morning, maybe. You can just like walk behind the bar and get a beer at this point.
I do.
So, okay.
All right, folks. So now that we're all here,
Yeah.
and you know,
We have to deal
and
with
the
our
great
time.
momentous occasion has occurred. I basically at this point, like, I want to like gather around and explain what happened with awakening, like with like I had a weird dream,
Yeah.
and then like
And I
got
told
down
you
to
so.
like figuring out what the fuck was going on,
Mhm.
explain that like this elf dude made her, etc., etc., and
Just to keep like threads from getting weird. That elf dude is not important. Let's not research him. I just made him up off the top of my head.
okay. well,
Abraham
Literally, we'll never
either
come
way,
back.
I explained.
There are some elves that are important in her backstory that the creator is not the one of them. So,
So either way, I explained that from the best I can tell now, she is an AI that is programmed to do this thing, and that's why she keeps trying to do the thing because it's in her programming. I am fairly confident that I believe her because I rolled the insight check, and what I want to do now is I want to attempt to have her do this inspiration thing while I'm actually conscious with people around, so you all can tell me what the hell's going, like what you guys see.
Do we need to worry about our deaths first?
Well, I mean,
Orran's working on the assumption he's going to survive this. He's very confident.
I figure we're gonna attack at like 5. It's like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're going to do this beforehand?
It's going to bring I up to speed about the assassination.
Okay. She's disconcerted about all
yeah,
of
maybe
this.
I'll just hold this off till later.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't need
You
to
can go ahead and do
prepare
it.
for
Like,
anything.
you can go ahead and do it. Like, I'm not stopping you.
No, we probably.
I mean, while
I just
we're
thought-
here, why don't you go ahead? I'll go ahead and turn on my ping.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured like we do this real short.
Okay.
Look, because like we have to do something to test whether or not this thing is like
But
even
like you,
worth.
you came out of the last one exhausted, this is just gonna make you like doubly exhausted before a very important fight.
That is I'm straight up. That is a possibility
good
that
point.
you would achieve another level of exhaustion, which at that like
bad.
two levels of exhaustion, like one level is dealable, 2 levels.
Yeah,
is
that's
large.
actually that's a good point.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna we'll just meta and I'll just do this
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Hey, do any of you guys have minor restoration?
Nope.
No. Okay, I didn't think.
I think that's a druid spell.
No, it's a cleric spell.
Oh well,
Oh,
then hold
well,
on.
yeah, I only have first
I
level
think you
cleric
get
spell.
it. I think you get it next level. I was gonna say like if you wanted to like preparation wise.
I have lesser
that-
restoration.
Yeah, that'll do it. That would
Get rid of my exhaustion.
I also have
yeah.
lesser restoration.
Oh. Do I need to probably unequip something else and equip that then? Because I have.
Uh,
Well,
other
we have
spells.
time in
You
between.
can't just-
so.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't. You'd have to.
You'd have to wait a day anyway.
You have to take another long rest.
Yeah, if you haven't prepared.
Technically, there's enough
No.
time, but
I mean,
Yeah, if you-
do
if
we
you
need
have-
it twice? Because I've got it.
Have you already prepared it? Oh, you don't.
druids don't have to do that.
They, still,
Okay, yeah,
they prepare
Mary
their
is
spells like clerics do.
The one to go.
Oh, do they?
They get
Okay.
access to all the spells, but they have to prepare for the
Oh,
day.
right, because it's the exact same as clerics. Okay.
Yeah. But don't worry about it.
Okay.
Unless you already have it prepared.
I don't have it prepared. I
That's
wasn't
fine.
anticipating needing it.
That's fair.
I have
So
other
the-
things that I thought we would need.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
So you guys gonna formulate an attack plan? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to talk about how we're gonna like assault this freaking like house.
Wasn't there another building that said they owned?
Yeah, that's what I found in my search.
Near-
engine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they used to own
near the, like, the
they used to own a complex of buildings. I'm doing a little bit of retcon because I realized I described it incorrectly last time because I listened to myself. They used to own kind of like a series of buildings near the. I kept saying college, and I realized now that was confusing. It sounds like it was the Keeper's College. What I actually meant to say was the college construction site where the temple was.
Oh.
I don't know if I realize now that wasn't clear about that. And I'm sorry about that.
Is it like?
Mhm.
Are those?
But they
buildings-
don't own those buildings anymore.
Are those buildings still there? Do like other people
Yes, they
live there
seem to
now?
still be there. Somebody else owns them.
Are they residential or?
No, they seem to be businesses.
Less exciting.
So
And Corra would have the information. Hold on a second, I've got to pull something up because I can tell you who owns those buildings. I just have to get the note pulled up real quick because I can't remember the exact name. Have all
Tessa
your
is
notes
going to
open.
say, well, obviously, just giving them the thing is not an option. We're going to have to face them in battle.
Certainly, we'd never do that.
So, funny you should mention that.
Okay, the current owners of that complex of buildings is some some company named Moto Specialized Research.
Moto specialized research.
Hello, Moto. Anyways.
Moto.
Something tells me that that's important and should be written down. Thank you, Danielle.
So
All right, so
I've been hearing things from this random reporter.
This random reporter that Danielle really wants to meet in fiction. So bad. So bad.
What?
What are you staring at?
I'm watching
Watching
Liz
the
do this
cooking
thing.
happening.
Yeah.
So,
Please stop finding
so
bugs
Tessa
in my
mentioned
hair.
that we shouldn't give up the heart.
so yeah, everybody make yourselves comfortable. We need to have a chat.
So you
I mean,
remember
we're all sitting here with beers.
You guys-
the
you guys
stools
were-
are only so comfortable. Okay, you can stop complaining
I
about it.
clearly can't sit on the stools anyways. Like
So you
she's
guys
falling off
know
of
when
them
I
left
told
and
you
right.
Rover ran away.
I shot him behind the shed.
Listen, this is all you guys.
Yep. So,
Oh, look at the foldies.
yeah, there's just no way to dance around this. I gave him the heart.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck me!
Oh, damn it.
So we're all okay now.
What's that?
We're all safe now.
Yes.
Okay.
you.